Sunshine Moondragon. Been a while. Got my buddy here, Achilles, and we're gonna talk about Bloodlink. Yeah, this is the best book that I've read throughout my YouTube series. And let me explain to you why it's one of my absolute favorites. I just finished it like last night. Bloodlink takes that vampire-Lycan relationship and flips it over. It starts off kind of cliche. Vampires hunting his prey. Another guy basically stops him from hurting this girl. And the vampire's not very happy that he lost a meal, so he feeds off this guy, not realizing that he is a Lycan. Which, unfortunately, due to that, he kind of like permanently bonded with him, to where the poor kid is going through small blood cravings. He's got little baby teeth. But he's not really a vampire. He's not a crossbreed. But you don't find that out until much later down the road. I'm not going to spoil everything about this book, but I am going to say the story to this is really good. It'll keep you want to keep reading it. The art design on these characters is absolutely gorgeous. And their roller coaster relationship. Hold on. I don't know where you think you're going, young man, but you're not going nowhere. The chemicals to their relationship is there. And, see, I have to hold him. He doesn't understand that you're going to fall, you know. The chemicals to their relationship goes up and down all the time. And it really is a great relationship story. There's a lot of, are they going to be together? Are they not going to be together moments? He finds out that this Lycan is not just your normal Lycan. Even though he's a male, this is where things get complicated, guys. And I want to talk about this complication with this male Lycan so you guys kind of get an idea of what's going on. The male Lycan has a very special condition. Even though he grew up, he was the sixth child in his family, and he has 5 older sisters. So he is literally the baby of the whole family. Now, he has a special condition. Even though he's male, he gives out female Lycan pheromones, which means he has a very high potential of carrying a child. Now, this is different from a lot of the other books that we've read with the Alpha, Omega, and Beast formula. This is completely different. This does take place in our time, but to have these kinds of creatures walking around is very, very rare. And, you know, the vampire, he's a nice guy. You know, he's got a great job. He loves what he does. But he has built these walls around him that are so thick and so tall, it's almost like he built a mini wall of the Great Wall of China. He doesn't really like to let anybody in. He's absolutely terrified about doing anything because he's been alone for so long. And when this Lycan comes into his life, it's a real changer for him, and you really do see it. Like, you see the struggles that they go through. You see some of the mini heartbreaks that they go through. And I really don't want to spoil anything else about this book. I don't want to spoil the ending. I don't want to spoil what else happens, because I feel that if I spoil it, you guys are not going to want to go and read it, and it'll just take away all the mystery that this book had. You just don't like sitting still, don't you? Unlike my other snakes, Achilles here doesn't really like to sit still, but maybe when he gets older, he'll sit still. But there's just there's just so much going on in this book. You do tend to find out that there's another Lycan that is interested in this kid, but because he had gotten marked by this vampire, he can't be with him. There's a whole kidnapping and possible murder scheme that's going on. But it's just absolutely one of my favorite books. It got such a major update, guys. I'm gonna put a link, obviously, in the description below, and when you go there, you click one of them, go over to, I believe it's the left side, and go to chapter 1 and start reading. I guarantee you won't see what's coming next. I didn't see what was coming next. I honestly thought it was going to be one of those old school cliches where, you know, they're going to be together for a while and then they're just going to break off, you know, or, you know, something like that. I had no idea what was going on, and a lot of the plots. Now, there is some I do need to talk about on some of the pages, and it's not the website's fault, I'm sure of it. On some of the pages, the photos are just too close and they're very graded. It's really hard to see what's going on. It's hard to read what's going on. But please, I beg you, please don't let that stop you from reading this book. Otherwise, you're never going to find out what happens. And believe me, the ending is so heartwarming. It really made me cry. I was so happy for these two. I'm pretty sure it's not the end. I believe they have up to, if I'm right about this, how many chapters they have. I want to say it's 64 chapters. It is 64 chapters. So you have a lot of chapters to go with. You have a lot to read and to get sucked into. And it's all in color, which makes it even better. There is another book I'm going to be talking about today. I'm basically going to be putting up 2 videos today. This one and then the next one. So that's why I wanted to do everything today. God, what else can I say about this book? It's just so... I guarantee you after you read it, you'll be talking about it with your other friends and saying, no, dude, you've got to read this book. You have to read this. It's really good. There's a lot of juicy bits. I know people are going to be like, well, is there any juicy bits? Oh, trust me, if there's enough juicy bits, you guys are going to have a field day. Trust me, I read quite a bit. Actually, I read the whole thing, but yeah, there's a lot of juicy bits. There are a lot of juicy bits. But, you need to sit still, honey. But, that's pretty much all I can really say about this book. As I've said before, I don't want to spoil what happens. I don't want to spoil even the ups and downs that these two characters have. I really don't want to spoil it, because some of the scenes you just have to see for yourself. And when you see how the vampire just blossoms from being this real, like, I don't want to say he's cold, but he definitely, you know, seeing his walls crumble down and he becomes like this really nice free spirit. It's a really beautiful transition and transformation, and it's just, like I said, it's one of those where you guys have to go and read it. You have to see it for yourself. And if you guys want, hit it up in the comment section on this video on your feelings on the book and where you're hoping this series is going to go. Because the way they end it, I wouldn't say it's a cliffhanger, but they leave it on possibilities for more to happen. So that's, again, something to take out of this book. I do think that Bloodlink is by the same people who did Blood Bank. And I think they did one other book. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But this is just one of those books where you definitely could reread it on a day that you're just bored and you just want to remember all the good memories, you know. But anyway, guys, this is this is Chihaya Moondragon, and as always, I will see you in the next anime. Bye bye.